This is an intro video just to start to get you oriented on the site so you're familiar with how it works and where to go for different things. So first off, go to beta.mazamas.org. We do highly recommend using Chrome or Firefox or Safari. Internet Explorer has been a little bit twitchy on the new site, mostly just old versions of Internet Explorer. But since it seems like most people who are using Internet Explorer are using old versions, it's better just to stay away. So first thing we want you to do is, if you haven't already created your login, we want you to do that. The important thing is that you create your login with the email address the Mazamas has on file for you. That may or may not be the email address you are using for the Mazama Google group, because you signed up for the Google group with whatever email address was most convenient for you. That may not be what we have on file for you. So if you use multiple email addresses and are unsure, drop me an email and ask, and I can make sure you know which one to sign up with. So to sign up, the first thing you're going to do is go to login. And if you haven't come here yet and you haven't set up a login yet, you want to go to sign up, and then you want to enter your email address, and you're going to get a verification email. You're going to click on that email, and then you're going to be able to log into your account. I'll run you through that in a separate video, just so people who've already done it don't have to bother with that. If you've already created your login, what you need to do is go here, enter your email address, enter your password, and click login. Now that you're effectively logged in, you've got new options. So instead of seeing login over here, you're going to see your profile picture if you have one. If you don't have one, you're going to see just a blank circle there. I've got many alter egos on this site. This is one of them. So I can go to my profile or my dashboard. The important thing to know is these are two different places. The profile, let's start there. This contains all of your current information, such as your bio, your full name when you joined, what your climbing experience is, physical activities, your badges, activity history, groups, your leadership philosophy and address, and your emergency contact, etc. So one thing I've been hearing a little bit about is like, why don't I have any groups here? The reason for that is we need to do a lot of backfilling of the database. So no, you're not going to start seeing anything here just yet. It will come in time. Your activity history is probably a little light right now. Most of you have led a number of climbs over the years, and we've only filled in the last 4 years of climb data. And because of how the Access database worked in the past, if we didn't get an exact match on your first and last name, your activity history might not have matched up. So again, that's something that needs some cleanup over time. I wouldn't worry too much about it right now. Just know that that data is coming, and moving forward, as you schedule and complete an activity, it'll show up here. Badges. Badges are how we're going to be recognizing your qualification standards for climb leadership. So you'll see that I have a variety of different climb leader badges that I have applied to this record so that I can schedule climbs with this record. So I will have a list for you of what badges you're going to need to have to do different things. But just know for now that's where your badges are going to be. You can also toggle through these groups by clicking on the links on this side, so you don't have to walk your way through by scrolling. You can now edit your own profile. So if you move, if you have a new email address, if you have a new phone number, just click on edit. And you have control of each of these sections. You can change your picture, you can add ethnicity. Something important to note, like your bio, this is a rich text field, so you can add bullet points, you can add numbers. Most importantly, you can add a link here. So for example, I've been hearing from people about, well, how do I get my climb profile, my climb history in here? There's a concern of like, I used to have a climb resume and I don't have that anymore. Well, technically you do. You could put it in your bio. You could put something like link to climb history or, view my climb resume. And then insert a Google link here let's go through what that would look like. I'm going to toggle on to another sheet. Give me just a second. I've built a test climb resume. So if I can go in here and click on this link button, I'm going to enter the URL and let's ask it to open up in a new window. So if somebody's coming here and they click on this link, they're going to get a new window. Now when I click and close that, if somebody's going to view my profile, they can click on View Climb Resume, and now they can see my climb resume. I really think this is a great usage of Google Docs because you could keep your climb resume completely up to date with private stuff that you're doing and want to have captured there, and you never have to worry about updating this link. The other thing to know is I think in time the traditional climb resume idea will go away because you'll start to have activity history. You'll start to see that you completed MFA, you did BSEP, you did this climb and that climb. It'll show up in the activity history. But for now, if you want to be tied to that climb resume idea, use it in your links. I'd say use it in your bio or your climbing history. So how is profile different than dashboard? Dashboard is a little bit more timely. It's going to show you things that are upcoming and it's going to show you more practical stuff. So this little image comes up when you open your dashboard. You can close that out and it'll remember that moving forward, so you don't have to worry about seeing that every time you log in if you don't want to. On the side, you're going to see your schedule, and if you're participating and leading, it'll show you, so you can see I've got all and I've got leading. If I was a participant in something else, I would see participant here where I'd just be able to filter things down. I can see that I'm a part of a group, so I can see that I'm in the climb leader group and I am a schedule proposer. That is my permissions level in here. And I can scroll through and see all of the other people that are part of the climb leader group, which is kind of handy. And I can click on them and get more information about that person. Now I can also, on the right side, I can click to my profile if I want to. I can see my Mazama membership status. I have not created a membership record for this alter ego, so I don't have one here. I can see my email address and I can change it here. I can manage my privacy settings. I can see that I've signed the liability waiver, and I could start the process of deleting my account if I no longer wanted to have it. Within the next couple months, we're also going to have a save credit card option in here. So you'll be able to link your credit card via Stripe, which is our third-party payment processor, so that when you do things repeatedly, you won't have to enter your credit card every time. It'll just be a save. It's not saved on our servers, it's saved on a third-party server, so we never see your credit card info. But that's a little bit about how the profile works, how the dashboard works, and how you go about logging in.